Guys, it has happened. CZ, yes, the founder of Binance, is stepping down in a $4 billion settlement with the Department of Justice and the CFTC. This is earth-shattering for the crypto industry. What is going to happen with Binance? CZ, this has been his child the entire time. We are going to get into some details. I'm also going to show you how big is this fine exactly compared to some other fines that were paid by some other banks. $4 billion that he's going to have to pay to settle this, to make all of these charges go away. This is wild. This is crazy. 50% of the world's volume in crypto is traded on Binance. I have been talking about this for months, and I have warned people, just be prepared for something to happen with Binance. And here you go. Check this out. Changpeng Zhao, excuse me, is stepping down as the CEO of Binance as part of a major $1 billion settlement between the Department of Justice and the cryptocurrency exchange that he founded. According to sources close to the discussions with the agency, the settlement will be between the Department of Justice and the Commodities Futures Trading Commission. The Securities and Exchange Commission is non-participating in the settlement, so it's just the DOJ and the CFTC. As part of this settlement, Zhao will also plead to the anti-money laundering charges brought by the Department of Justice. He is scheduled to enter the plea in federal court in Seattle on Tuesday afternoon. So I wonder if he has to show up. If you don't know CZ, nobody really knows where he is, right? He doesn't really have a base of operations. Binance does not have a headquarters where he works out of. And so he's always calling in on these Zoom calls. So I'm wondering if he actually has to show up in court for this plea. We'll have to see. Binance and the DOJ, the CFTC, and SEC have not replied to requests for comments at the time of this publication. The SEC charged Binance and its founder CZ in June with operating an unregistered securities and exchange and misleading investors by using a Switzerland-based fund Sigma chain, which also is owned by CZ, to inflate the trading volume on Binance's US platform. Through 13 charges, we allege that Zhao and Binance entities engaged in extensive web of deception, conflicts of interest, lack of disclosure, and calculated evasion of the law. Does anyone remember when Brian Brooks, who's the former Comptroller of currency for the US, he went to work for Binance US, and after like 2 to 3 months, he's like, I'm out of here. He obviously saw something wrong. And when I saw him leave after that short period of time, I knew something like this was coming. The SEC action followed charges brought by the CFTC, who alleges that the company offered crypto derivatives, such as futures or options contracts to US citizens without registering as a futures commodity merchant. Bloomberg reported Monday that Binance was set to agree to a $4 billion settlement with the Justice Department. The deal would mark the end of the Justice Department's investigation into the crypto exchange that began at least in 2018. Reuters reported that the federal prosecutors had asked Binance to hand over files and messages relating to the U.S. Customers in late 2020. Last September, Binance announced that the formation of a global advisory board led by the former U.S. Senator and Ambassador to China, Max Baucus. Other members include David Plouffe, former campaign manager of President Barack Obama, and Bruno Bazard, former head of the French Treasury. So how big is this fine? We all know how much the number 4 billion is, but compared to maybe some other fines that have been paid, what level is this on? So I asked our good friend Bard, and Bard gave me some information. So understand that Bard's not always perfect, but this does look quite accurate. So here are the top 10 largest fines ever imposed by the DOJ and the SEC. So you have Pfizer, 2.3 billion. You have Bank of America, 16.6 billion. JP Morgan Chase, 13 billion. Citigroup, 7. BNP Paribas, 8.9. Credit Suisse, 2.6. Goldman Sachs, 5 billion. UBS, 1.5 billion. Deutsche Bank. So Binance is going to be in the top 5 to 6 of the biggest fines ever paid. Now, I don't know if these fines of maybe like Pfizer was charged $1 billion here and then $1 billion there, and Bank of America, it could be like that. One fine of $4 billion is going to have to come from somewhere, right? And where's it going to come from? Is it going to be coming from CZ's personal crypto holdings? Is it going to be coming from someplace else? I think we need to understand that, hey, this could really hurt Binance's overall role in the crypto market globally, right? CZ and his girlfriend, who has had his kids, she's the one who kind of runs Binance Labs and decides what projects that come onto that. So I'm just wondering what happens to Binance. Does Binance live through this? I hope they do, because it would really kill all the momentum that we've been building. It would really hurt the market. So I am praying for a resolution here. Hopefully they actually pay the money and we move forward and somebody else takes over as head of Binance. And hopefully Binance does better practices going forward and doesn't run into more of these lawsuits, because I don't know how many other $4 billion lawsuits Binance can settle. But this is a big deal. This is big news. I wanted to get it out as soon as I could. So what do you guys think about this? Let me know down in the comments. What do you think? Are you still holding funds on Binance? Do you still have trust in Binance? Is Binance still your go-to exchange globally? Let me know down in the comments. If you want to support the channel, you can become a Cryptonairz member. You can become a supporter here on YouTube, or you can buy some dope merch. That also does help me, and you can look good while doing that. So I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys. Aloha.